Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now it has kind of been forever since I filmed one of these videos. They take some ages to edit, so I try and not film them too often, but today I thought we would talk about some new makeup releases. As of October the 1st, I'm going on a spending ban until the end of the year, so I'm going to use these videos to sort of help myself keep on track and actually properly think about what I want and what maybe I want to get after I've done my spending ban. So I've got Trend Mood open on my phone. We're just going to have a quick scroll through, see what's new, and see if I'm interested in anything. So there is quite a lot of Christmas releases already. It's September, so as you probably all know, the beauty space absolutely explodes with Christmas releases. And the first thing that I wanted to talk about was the 4 new Hourglass ambient lighting palettes. So these are really, really beautiful. I absolutely love the imagery on them. But for me, these Hourglass palettes are always so similar. I've got one from a couple of years ago and I just don't ever feel like I need another one. I love the one I have, but until I've used it up, it seems pretty pointless buying another one to me, as they're not that different. There was like a wildly coloured blush or something like actually different. I might consider them, but they are a lot of money, and as beautiful as they are, I can't justify it when I've already got one that I don't get enough use out of it as it is. Then there is obviously the new Anastasia Fall Romance palette. I was really excited when they showed the sneak peek with all the kind of florals around it. I was like, this is going to be like jewel tones, really rich, really beautiful and perfect for this time of year. But I have to admit, I don't love the inside. I'm going to say it, I just feel like it's bland. I know Anastasia aren't a brand for colour lovers like myself, or that's not the way they tend to go, but I really thought this was going to have some really rich jewel tones in it. And other than the green, which is sort of semi-jewel toned, and the like dark purple, it just gives me all the other Anastasia palettes. It's going to make you the same looks that all their other palettes give you. I just think it's a shame, because I think it's a really good concept and they could have taken it really far, but it's not for me. Then we've got the Haunted Mansion and Colourpop collab. I like this one. I don't think it's anything that's blowing me out the water. It's not something I would buy personally, because for me it's just not colourful enough. I love the packaging. I think they've done a really great job there. And I think the colour scheme is somewhat sort of, plays along with the theme. It's just a bit bland for me. It's definitely one that I easily skipped past. Revolution have brought out a Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter dupe. I mean, I can't believe it's taken them this long, quite frankly. It's just such a Revolution thing to do. Comes in 5 shades, which not great, not terrible, although the darkest one is absolutely nowhere near a dark shade. It's a dark, sort of medium dark shade. Same kind of packaging as the Charlotte Tilbury, the e.l.f., the collection one. It's nothing to write home about. It's probably going to be okay. I tend to find with Revolution products, for me, a lot of them are okay. A lot of the kind of dupes ones are fine. It's a lot of the other stuff that I don't tend to really enjoy, but it's probably going to be okay. I'm not going to be buying it though. For Pan, their like Liberty palette, which is essentially like their empty refillable palette with 4 new shades which look like really pretty duochrome, so I really like the look of those. There's 3 new lipsticks. I love Nabla's lipstick formula. It's really beautiful. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it. And then we've got 2 new shadow sticks and 2 new well, actually, maybe they're not shadow sticks. No, actually, I think they might be the lip version of the sticks. And then the two new blush duos. I really like the look of that pink one. You all know I'm obsessed with a pink blush, but to be fair, the orangey one does look beautiful too. I think that's a really nice collection. Doesn't exactly scream September to me, but it's cute. This is a Winnie the Pooh collection. I used to love Winnie the Pooh as a child. I feel very socially and mentally aligned with Eeyore a lot of the time. This is fine. Could have been cuter. I really like the packaging. I feel like they could have done some more interesting stuff with the shades. I think there's like one palette with a tiny little pop of blue and a tiny little pop of pink. Otherwise, they're all neutral. Basically, everything's neutral in this collection, which somewhat I do get, but I'm like, at the same time, they could have given us something a little bit more exciting. Also, there's quite a lack of Tigger and Piglet on here, which sucks. But there's like lip scrubs, lip masks, bronzers. We've got lipsticks, hand creams, nail polishes, the whole shebang, as there always is with these kind of Catrice and Essence collections. And then there's one looks like cuticle oil, primers, some sort of spray. I don't know whether it's a body spray or a setting spray. And then like a honey lip oil. So really cute. I think if you've got like younger people who are perhaps into, like they've sort of just come out the Winnie the Pooh phase and you want some kind of cutesy makeup, that could be cute. But it's not the most exciting in the world. There is a new Luminous Silk Glow highlighter from Giorgio Armani. This packaging, gold glitter, yes please. It seems though, Luminous Silk Base designed to glaze the high points of your face after applying your favourite foundation. So yeah, it is just a highlighter. I'm not quite sure why it's called Luminous Silk Base. I think there's only one shade. Yikes. Let's move on from that. That time of year again, NARS's new cheek palette. This is the All That Glitters Light Reflecting palette. Oh, so maybe, 6 shades of Illuminating Light Reflecting blush. Now, I could potentially be interested in this one. Obviously, with the NARS palettes, you normally get standard everyday blushes from their line, which I have quite a few of. I've got one of their big palettes. It's got like Exhibit A and things like that, which I love that one because it's like a bright red. But to be honest, it never felt like I needed any more because it tended to just be Laguna and Orgasm and a couple of other shades again. But the fact that this has got some of the light reflecting powders in it, that really does intrigue me. It's like, one's like a really deep red, we've got pink, there's like a coppery tone, a couple of peaches, and then like a terracotta. I actually think this one could be really pretty, and I might be inclined to maybe pick that one up in the sales, because they always go on sale. They've always got thousands left. What have we got here? Okay, next up, House Labs Concealer. I'm definitely intrigued by this one. I've seen loads of people use it on YouTube, and I quite like to pick up the Mario Concealer so I can compare the two. Obviously, in 3 months' time, that's probably not going to be so relevant, so it's probably something I'll try along the lines. I do like if there is a foundation and a concealer that are the same range. I quite like trying both together, so I might potentially do that. We have Estee Lauder Futurist Skin Tint Serum Foundation. I feel like Estee Lauder have tried this a couple of times. We had like the Double Wear Nude, which was like a thinner version of Double Wear. We're now on a skin tint. It's got a little pipette dropper, which I don't personally love. It looks like we've got some really, really great deep dark shades here. Not sure about how pale it goes. I'm not sure whether for me that might be a bit dark. But I'm intrigued to see what people think. I'm probably not going to pick it up myself. I do love the Futurist Hydra Rescue foundation, which is the one in the tube. So I'm going to keep an eye out and see what people think about this one. But doesn't say anything as to whether it's sort of meant to be like a skin tint, in terms of like it's very, very sheer, or whether it's a more kind of medium skin tint. But I'll definitely keep my eye out for that one. I'm going to skip over all the advent calendars and like Sephora favourite sets, because I just feel like everybody's going to have talked about those. New Easy Bake and Snatched Pressed Brightening and Setting Powder from Huda. Looks like there's 8 shades. Looks like one of them's the pink shade. I don't hate this. I personally prefer a loose powder having dry skin, and I don't know whether that dark shade would be dark enough for a lot of people. But yeah, I'd be intrigued to see what people think about this one. But again, probably not something I would rush out and buy. I like the Easy Bake loose powder. That suits me fine. It's just more me anyway. Right. Okay, Kylie Cosmetics bringing out matte lip crayons. I swear she just keeps bringing lip formulas out. Like, when will the lip formulas run out? These don't look unpleasant or anything. They're giving me kind of matte versions of the Clinique Chubby Stick lipsticks, which are just an absolute throwback. I probably won't pick those up. I'm not really into lip crayons. I prefer either a bullet lipstick or a more kind of liquid lipstick. But the shades look nice. There's a couple of nudes. There's a red. There's like a brownie tone. Just a bit sort of nondescript again. Rose Inc Smoothing Hydrating Non-Comedogenic Foundation. Nope, I missed the title. It's called Soft Light Skin. I've heard great things about the Rose Inc Hydrated Serum. The only thing I've actually ever tried from the brand is their cream bronzer, which I do really like. So I am intrigued to see, again, what other people think. I'm hoping that my favourite YouTuber for foundation reviews, Not Fit for Print Beauty, does a review of this one, because I trust her reviews on foundations, because I think we've got very similar skin types. Seems to go quite dark, although I would perhaps say that it's not dark enough for the model's skin they've used for the dark swatches. So not ideal, but it does go very light, so we'll see how that fares. Some new Hermes lipsticks. Their packaging is beautiful. These shades are beautiful autumnal shades. I would not spend that much on a lipstick. I don't care how good they are. Lipsticks get lost. I'd be more intrigued to like spend that on something that would stay at home. But the fact for me is I chuck things in my bag and I lose them, and I'm crippled with ADHD when it comes to losing things. It's just too much money. I couldn't deal with it. I'd have probably a nervous breakdown. Then Anastasia highlighter for the holidays. That looks too dark on the light skin tone, too light on the dark, sort of okay on the middle. It's pretty, don't get me wrong. It's kind of giving me Estee Lauder, what's it called, Bronze Goddess, the like jelly highlighter they brought out the other year. It's kind of giving me those vibes. It looks really pretty, but I feel like it's just going to be another one where everybody buys it because it might be like the Amrezy highlighter, which to be fair I never actually tried, so I don't really get the hype. But yeah, that's going to be one that probably sells out just because Amrezy, everybody still goes on about it. Oh, this Tom Ford Cafe Rose collection is stunning. Again, wouldn't buy the lipsticks because I would lose them. That blush is a really beautiful, like, dusty rose colour. I feel like this is perfect if you sort of lean more neutral with the looks that you like to wear. It's a really pretty collection, and I would love to own something from Tom Ford one day. It's just sort of making sure I make the correct decision on what, and that collection, personally for me, is probably too neutral. It's not special enough for me to make it a Tom Ford purchase. What is this one? This is Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion collection. These lips look gorgeous, although I feel like the little top thing would definitely snap off. That highlighter, the embossing and the packaging is gorgeous. Not going to buy it. Wouldn't use it. It's not for me. YSL Holiday 2023. As per usual, there's a red lipstick. There is a quad that I hate, as always. What are you doing with a silver, a gold, a neutral shimmer, and a black? Just, you're not doing anything with that. The packaging is stunning, but yeah, I think it's all inspired by one of the perfumes. Is it the Libra perfume? And there's a cushion highlighter as well. Not something I'm going to buy, but the packaging is very cute. Kylie, honestly, I thought this was another bloody lipstick then. No, this is a Power Plush Long Wear Concealer. I almost read that as correct there. To be fair, from that little like clip of the shade ranges, it looks pretty good. Has it got? Oh no, it's the upside down. We don't know what kind of applicator it's got yet, but apparently there's 40 shades, which is pretty impressive. Again, I'm going to keep my eyes out on that. There's just so many concealer releases at the moment. It's insane. This I am excited about. I know I'm getting one of these in my budget box. I'm hoping it's the bottom one. These are the Plouise Halloween palettes. So the Droplet of Magic has got kind of a more of like a bluey and smoky eye side and a purple and orange side, and then the Hocus Pocus Regain Focus is more kind of like a rainbow palette. So you've got your yellows, your oranges, your pinks, reds, purples, greens, yellows. I think I'd probably prefer the bottom one because I'm not really a smoky eye person unless it's with like other colours. But these are beautiful. I hate the fact they are the stupid book packaging. The stupid book packaging fills me full of rage. It is stupid. It's just so hard to store. It's impossible. But they do look beautiful, and I'm excited to see which one I get in my budget box. Shaaanxo's brand, XO Beauty. This is the Terracotta collection. Again, I quite like this. I quite like that eyeshadow palette. It's got your sort of neutrals and then your pops of colour. I feel like this would be great for somebody who's wanting to kind of dive out into more kind of out there colours and use a bit more colour. The little 4-pan, is that gel liners? Oh, water activated liner palette. That clay lip colour looks stunning, and then there's a couple of pairs of lashes as well. For me, I'm not really into a coloured lash, so the light brown lashes wouldn't appeal to me. But I think it's a really nice collection. I would like to try something from XO Beauty in the future. I'm just not really sure what the shipping's going to be like to the UK. But I think it is a brand I will eventually try. New Rare Beauty shade. This is the Kind Words matte lipstick in Devoted. This is a really great shade. It's a really like basic red shade, but I think one that every brand should have in their line. It's a really great time of year to release this because people are starting to think about Christmas. And obviously I think more people are inclined to wear red lips in the autumn winter time. It's a really great shade. It looks really beautiful. I've heard really great things about the formula of the lipsticks. So like the look of that one. Don't really need it. Got enough red lipsticks in my life, but it's pretty. Now this one, Pat McGrath Holiday Collection. I was actually excited when I saw the packaging of this. I thought it was going to be kind of pink and more kind of out there pinks. But we've got 2 blush palettes, which look, you know, face palettes. 3 face palettes, sorry, that look nice. 3 coloured mascaras that there's nothing wrong with those. But then you've got 4 mini palettes and 2 big palettes. I don't hate the kind of blue-green toned mini palette. I think that's quite cute. But the big palettes just seem a mess. I hate eyeshadow palettes with face colours in them. It's just a pain. It just makes them too big. They're just not for me, and I was kind of sad. The one's got like little pops of green in it, and the other one's got like a pop of purple and a pop of like yellow gold, but for me, not interested. Last year's holiday palette was so much better in my opinion. Let's talk about I'm not talking about Hailey Bieber. Nah. The new KVD Dazzle Gel Hyper Metallic Eyeshadows. These remind me of a product that I used to love from Plouise. It's like their Duo Drops. It was like a gel formula eyeshadow that was really, really duochromatic. These 3 shades look really great. I think they're great shades to launch off first with. You're not going for something too neutral. It's something that is a pop of colour, but also quite wearable at the same time. That purple looks beautiful. Definitely would be intrigued to go and swatch these. They are really pretty, and I think they're gonna sell pretty well, because we all love a duochrome these days. Chantecaille Precious Metals collection. Chantecaille just don't do it for me. They really don't. It's so expensive for what it is. As beautiful as the packaging is, this collection it's neutral, it's nude. It's not going to make me spend £90 on a single eyeshadow. That's for sure. Right, Onsai Halloween. I did buy this. My spending man has not started yet. This will be my last purchase. But I bought the full collection. So there's like 2 glossy lips. There is the 2 palettes. There's some matte lips. So there's glow lip glosses, matte lip stains, and shine lip stains, which all sound really beautiful. I think there's 5 lip products together, I want to say. Yes, I think so. So there's like 2 kind of shiny ones, 1 oily one, and then 2 matte ones. I really love the shades. They're really good, basic, everyday shades. I wear a lot of colourful eyes and nude lips, so this collection was very me. And I've actually had multiple people tag me in it, tell me about it. When I've shared a picture on my story, they've been like, this is such a you collection. So, I mean, couldn't let the side down. But that's definitely my last purchase. Colourpop Glow Balms from Goop Beauty. I still hate that name so much. It makes me feel physically sick. These actually do look quite pretty, especially that like dark raspberry shade. I imagine they're probably sheerer than they look. Like on the models, they look sheerer than they look. And you know me, I love a bright blush. So I'm not sure these would be for me, but I'm kind of intrigued by them. I'm intrigued to see what people think, but the whole Goop thing. Ugh. Gross. For Sally, novelty number 1, Luminous Peptide Serum. That just looks like a highlighter for a start. Maybe you could use it kind of Charlotte Tilbury. I've forgotten the name of it. I literally talked about it 10 minutes ago, but I've forgotten the name. The highlighter, whatever it's called. You know what I mean. It just looks like a liquid highlighter. I feel like they just want people to like squeeze it on their face. That's why they've called it novelty number 1. They are just a really expensive novelty. So let's move past that one. Last couple of bits, I think. We've got a new 1111 collection from Colourpop. This is so neutral. For me, incredibly boring. Lipsticks look like cute colours. I feel like the palette is cute. It's just boring for me. I would just never use it. I'm very excited about this one. Danessa Myricks is dropping a bright pink universal balm blush thing. What are they called? Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Flushed. And it'll be called It Girl. It looks like it's a really bright pink. I love the look of that, and I love that formula. Got mini Modern Renaissance and mini Sultry palettes from Anastasia for their holiday collection. I mean, to me, they've kind of cheapened the way that their palettes look. I don't hate the outer packaging, but I think the inner packaging is a little bit dupe looking. Just kind of that plastic 9-pan format. I'm not going to be buying these. I feel like they've taken all the fun colours out. like literally the sultry one's missing that bright pop of coral, which was the best shade in that palette for me. And the Modern Renaissance, they've only taken like the really muted pinks. I could see some people loving them. I'm kind of over my whole Anastasia obsession, to be honest. These are cute. These are the new palette, 9-pan palettes from Kimchi Sheep. They are the jewel collection. So you've got a black and white one, a blue one, a red one, and a green one. I really like the look of these. I really like the quality of Kimchi's eyeshadows. I think they're a really, really fun brand. And I love fun brands. I love colourful brands. So for me, they are right up my street. I think probably out of all of them, I think the black and white one might actually be all shimmers and glitters. But the blue, the red, and the green have all got some mattes in. I think I'd probably be most likely to purchase the red one. But we'll see how I feel once my spending money is over. Pretty sparkly toppers from Patrick Tar. There looks like there's a more kind of silvery toned one and a more gold kind of toned one. These look like they'd be brilliant for the Christmas season. You know I love a sparkly shadow, a sparkly topper, pigment, whatever. If it's sparkly, I want it on my face. So I think these are beautiful. And I feel like they could be definitely used as face highlights as well as on the eyes. The new Lawless collection is not for me. The Little Lady Daisy collection, again, very neutral. I have heard great things about the Forget the Filler lip glosses, but I think definitely the purpley collection, what was it called? The like lilac collection and the bright pink one after that, I think that was Watermelon. Those two definitely appeal to me way more than this one does. Again, it's just a case of I'm not really sure about shipping for the whole Lawless site. Urban Decay, I've made some mini Moondust holiday palettes. They are, so there's a Space Cowboy eyeshadow palette. So 4 glitters inspired by the iconic Space Cowboy, and then you've got Galactic Cowgirl. Very, very neutral again. It's just too neutral. I wouldn't use them. I do have Space Cowboy. It's quite pretty. I don't use it all the time because it doesn't really work with a lot of the shadows I use, using a lot of bright colours. But I think if you are a neutral lover and you do like some sparkle, I do love the Urban Decay Moondust formula. It is really beautiful. And then, I think we're almost at the end here. We've got the Ghost Face palette from Glamlight. This is great. I love this. This is like a smoky palette with a bit of a twist. You've got like some like almost khaki greys. You've got kind of a bluey greys. There's like purpley grey shimmers. This is really beautiful. If I wore a lot of smoky eyes, I would definitely want this. I love the Glamlight formula. It's really lovely. And I think that is just a great looking palette. And then I know I said I wasn't going to mention any sort of Christmas collections, but the Fenty glosses. I am obsessed. There's like a Gloss Bomb Vault, which is quite spenny, but you get 10 shades, so you get like 3 heats. No, sorry, 1 ice, 2 heats, 4 creams, and then 3 of like the normal formula. There is like a little kind of bauble type one as well. And I love the Gloss Bombs. They're my absolute favourites. And then that is pretty much it. So I hope you did enjoy this video. Let me know what you're looking into buying at the moment. Is there anything that you've particularly got your eye on? If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe, and to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon. As I said, these take quite a lot of work for me and Sam, but I do love making them. So if you do want to keep seeing them, please let me know in the comments. You've been fabulous. I've been Colourpop, and I'll see you next time. Bye.